and we have the executive chef from Simi Winery with us today, Mary Everly. Thank you for joining us. And what are you going to prepare today?
Today I'm making a black olive pesto pizzetta, which I've designed to go with Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
Cabernet is a very powerful wine, so you need a lot of strong flavor and fat to go with it. To make the pesto, this is the magic way to mince garlic.
Okay.
So you don't have to get it all over your hands. Then I got... So it was 2 cloves of garlic and 2 tablespoons of pine nuts. And when that's well minced, then you can add, you can do this with just canned grocery store olives. They're real fat. They're not strongly flavored. But so you can do that, or what I've done is I'm doing 1 can, and then in the place of 1 can, I've got slivered oil-cured olives, which are very earthy and strong flavored. So in either case, you would put 1 can in and puree it. Then I've got 3/4 of a cup of grated Asiago or Parmesan cheese. It's freshly grated, and I prefer, if you're going to use American brands, I think that American Asiago is better than American Parmesan. So I'm using the Asiago. And then we've got a 1/2 cup of olive oil. That gives us a nice puree. Okay, so got the puree. Then at this point, I would hand mix in either the other can of olives slivered, or in this case, as I say, I used the oil-cured olives. So here you've got both all the fat of the oil and the cheese and the olives, plus the earthy, intense flavor of the oil-cured olives. Oil-cured olives are the ones that are dry in the jar. They are not packed in a liquid. Now, I've cut out a circle out of puff pastry, and the Pepperidge Farm puff pastry that you can get in the grocery store is very, very good. And what I'm doing with the fork keeps it from puffing too much. Then you just spread a little of your pesto on there. You're leaving a little edge. Then you're going to bake this in a 450, a very hot oven, for about 15 minutes. And you might want to check it along the way just to make sure it's okay. But typically after 15 minutes, what you get is...
Oh my goodness.
That.
Puffs right up. That is...
Isn't that pretty?
Mm-hmm.
They actually... You don't, what you want the puff around the edge, but you don't want the puff in the middle. So that's the other reason for getting in there in between, is go in there with a fork and punch it down in the middle.
Okay, what do you call this again?
Black olive pesto pizzetta.